Let's talk about Lewis structures. Okay, we're going to talk about Lewis structures, and then we'll branch off and then talk about geometry and so forth and so forth. So Lewis structures. Well, Lewis structure gives us a 2D depiction of the chemical compounds or molecules that we're looking at. Okay, so say for example, if I want to draw out water, right? We've seen water before. I have an oxygen, I have this guy, hydrogen, another hydrogen, and what we have is called a lone pair here. Okay, so we've seen this before. This is what we would call a Lewis structure. Okay, the question is, how do we build these Lewis structures? All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you a step-by-step way of figuring out how to build Lewis structures. Okay, so we'll start over and we'll look at water again. So number one on that list. Okay, number one on that list is find the central atom. Okay, what you want to do is most often the most electronegative atom is on the outside, or the larger number of atoms are on the outside. Now what you want to know is that this is number one and this is number two, meaning that the large number of atoms takes precedence. So if you have a large number of atoms, that's going to go on the outside before the more electronegative atoms do. Okay, so in this case, since oxygen is more electronegative, but there are more hydrogens, therefore it's going to be on the outside. The hydrogen is going to be on the outside. So we started off, we have oxygen. Okay, oxygen is going to be in the middle. Number two, place the valence electrons around the central atom. The valence of oxygen is going to be 6. Okay. So we'll redraw that. So 6 valence. The way I know this essentially is if I draw my periodic table again, it goes 1, 2. Remember, these are two different. Starting from boron to basically my noble gases, it goes 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So at the 7 mark is fluorine here and down. Okay, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, and fluorine are those other guys. And then obviously our noble gases are 8. Okay, so we have oxygen presented as such. Then on the rules, which we want to say I guess is number 3, place the outside atoms around the central atom. All right. Then place the valence electrons around outside atoms. And we can make a bond. That is number 5. Make at least one bond to each atom, which we have these, which made our bond there, and a bond there, and so forth. Now number 6, check the octet. These guys here are called a long pair. They're non-bonding electrons. This is a bonding pair. Okay. Now, what does it mean by octet? Okay. In general, nonmetals, most nonmetals, not all, strive for 8 valence electrons. Now remember, valence electrons are the outermost shell electrons. Now there's about 4 or 5 more rules that I'm going to introduce you to, but for now this is a good starting point. Okay.